Hello people and welcome back to my Travian tournament series. It's episode 10. Wow, it's episode 10. And as I promised yesterday, I am today going to show you more details on the gold meter that is our current meter. So I'm just going to show you more details on it, but obviously first I'm just going to show you quickly, give my villages again, just a quick recap. This time I'm going to be really quick. I'm going to really zip through it. So here's Gondor, here's Hornburg. Come on, here's Hornburg. As you can see here, 2 settlers, one's coming up. And I've obviously got enough culture points for my 5th village now, which will be called Rohan, because obviously I like to name my villages with Middle Earth names. So it will be called Rohan. It's going to be called Rohan because if you know, and if you're also a Lord of the Rings fan, you know that Rohan is land of horse lords, and in Rohan, the village, I will be building Imperatorises, so that's why I'm going to call it Rohan. So, I mean, that's kind of one of the villages that has a meaning. The other ones are just kind of random, you know, Rivendell or Florian, those are just random. But, yeah, in Rohan, I will be having Equitus Imperatorises, so that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but, yeah, that's where I'm going to be having my cavalry, hence the name Rohan. And obviously, cavalry of Romans aren't great, but I have it just in case I have to deal with a Teuton, you know, if I have a big clubbies, you know, hammer, I can use my cavalry to just kind of just sweep through it and just destroy it. And so yeah, that's just in case. So yeah, just I'm already talking too much. Let's just zip through this part because you're gonna be really bored anyway, since you already saw this before. Alright, let me just quickly upgrade my resource fields anyway. So yeah, just get it to level 10, more production. Just a bit of village, and also Rivendell here, just quickly show you. Also, I've got my greenery back up, so yeah, that's very good. So, that's my villages done. So let me talk about our current meter. So, we have 4 wings, so-called wings. So there's Gold Lust, there's Gold Rage, there's Gold Fury, and there's Gold Fist. Neither one is superior to the other. So, in normal cases, you just have a meter with maybe 1 or 2 top leaders and a lot of other wing leaders and other sorts of officials. But this time around, it's not quite as simple. It's not a hierarchy, so everyone is equal, except that some people are more equal than others, so to speak. So this time around, there won't be 1 or 2 single leaders. There will be kind of a council that will kind of govern, if you can say that, the whole meter. So there will be 5, 6, 7, I'm not quite sure about that, but yeah, that's about the amount of people that will be in kind of high council visiting care of the stuff. So yeah, so I personally think it's kind of a bit different to Travian because usually it's just kind of a monarchy sort of thing. It's not really a monarch. It's not like there's a king, but there's just this concentration of power in a very small amount of people. So this time we hope we can kind of increase the amount of people that have powers. And some people say, if I recall correctly, it's called the devolution of power. So that's what we're going to be trying to do this time. We're going to let the average member have a say in what we do as a whole of the meter. So we hope that we can hold more polls and so everyone can vote on what they believe is the best for our whole meter. So that's what we're aiming to do. But yeah, just let me give you just a quick overview of a meter map so that you visualize it. I think that's just be way simpler so you visualize it. So here is our getter map. So as you can see, this is kind of the screenshot of our getter map. So and we've already organized the alliances according to the map. So as you can see already color coded. You've got Gold Rage, Gold Fury, Gold Lust, and Gold Fist. Obviously, I already said in the last episode that it's kind of a map-based meter, and as you can see here it is. So Gold Lust, which I am currently in this part of the southwest, bordering with southeast and with some members in the southeast. This is Gold Lust bordering southeast. We've got Gold Rage, which is bordering the northern borders, with northwest and a bit of southeast and northeast. And we've got Gold Fury in the main part of southwest. So you've got here just people in the middle of southwest, just a cluster of them, and obviously some further out. And Gold Fist Whoops. And Gold Fist is just the alliance where you hold everyone that is in the middle of nowhere. Really, there isn't any point in Gold Fist because these people, let's just face it, aren't going to be able to help anybody. So let's say you're here, okay? You're hardly going to be able to reinforce people here. So if you're in Gold Rage when you're here, you're wasting space, if you understand what I say. So somebody here needs to go into Gold Rage so they can help each other. If you're out here, you're wasting their space. That's why we have Gold Fist to accommodate everyone that is useless, so to speak. I love saying so to speak today, I don't know why, but that's what I'm trying to say. Really, they are pointless, but you just hold everyone that is with us, but can't really help that much. Yeah, so they're in Gold Fist, and Gold Fist is run by the one and only Batcher, who is pretty much our commander for this chaos. Because I admit it, it's pretty chaotic. This moving a lot of huge movement of players is pretty chaotic, and that's not just it. There were also some other commotion which I would like to show you a bit later. But let's just look at the other alliances at a deeper perspective, so to speak. So let's just look in here, straight in here. So let's just go in Gold Rage first. This is our biggest alliance. It's ranked 23rd at the moment. As you can see here, this is the it used to be called SWT, if you remember. One of our confederacies used to be called SWT, now Gold Rage, obviously, as you saw just now. So yeah, that's very decent. And also you can see here, all of the members are now going to be like Gold Fist, Gold Fury, Gold Fist, Gold Lust. So yeah, it shows that there's a lot of reorganization going on within the alliances. So it's quite chaotic. So that's Gold Rage. Well, come on. It's Gold Rage. And then let's look at Gold Fury. Gold Fury used to be called SA2, which was part of this big meta, which has alliances all over the map. But as they realized it wasn't very viable, so they have now split from the meta into our gold meta. Obviously, they're still allies with the other alliances, but they really belong to us more than to the original meta. And as you can see here, they also got a lot of players coming in from other alliances, Gold Rage, Gold Lust, and obviously they've also got some people leaving, such as like 2v3, who's gone to us, Gold Lust, Gold Fist, etc., etc. So that's that. And then let's go back again, and obviously it's not going to load because I don't know what Firefox is doing. I don't know why it's scheduled. It shouldn't have trouble loading. So now let's just look at Gold Lust, which is us, obviously. Just a quick overview. We're falling in rank because of all the shuffling and stuff. But yeah, you can see Acropolis. But now, but this is actually not that update. Yeah, so there's some of the players here that have also left already. So that's just a note. But if you look at former members, also you can see a lot of people going to Fury, Fist, etc. Okay, now just quickly, this is really irritating me now. Just quickly zip through it. Let's just take a look at Gold Fist as well. It's kind of the weird one, and it's really weird. As you can see here, you've got a lot of members coming in. And I just want to point out that Gold Fist didn't used to exist. Bachon just started it out from scratch. So she had embassy level 20, so she just started Gold Fist. Technically, Gold Fist was SW, okay? SW was supposed to turn into Gold Fist, but there were some complications. If we go back into Travian, our usual Travian, and let's go to alliances. Let's search SW, Southwest obviously, and go onto their page. You see that here they don't have us as confeds or naps or anything. They have nothing to do with us anymore. If you remember before, SW used to be our confed or nap, I can't remember now, but we used to be on terms, and they agreed, the leader Spyanoid, which should be Cybernoid, agreed to join our meta and to be part of our meta. So basically they were going to turn the Gold Fist and accommodate everyone in kind of the wilderness. But because of some unknown reason, Cybernoid got pissed off and decided that he doesn't want to be part of this meta anymore. And yeah, that's kind of screwed things over. So a lot of the members actually have left. A lot of the members were very compliant to the meta. They were very interested. They were happy to shift around because of the map-based system. But Cybernoid, because of his power hungriness, if you can see that, refused all that because he felt that when all these players are leaving, his power is waning because all the players he takes in from the wilderness aren't as big as the people close to center like Gold Rage, Gold Lust, or Gold Fury. So we were way big. We were gonna get way bigger than them. So Cybernoid, because of his own power hungriness, as I like to say, power hunger, just refused it and kind of screwed things up because if you look at his commanders, Karlberg was already in Gold Rage, Falcon was already with us, and Navy GL was going to come to us, but Cybernoid didn't allow him, and mine is a trusty member of Southwest, so he didn't want to leave. So yeah, so he caused a lot of commotion, nearly tore the meta to bits, and yeah, really, this guy caused a lot of trouble and nearly screwed us over. And also you can see it in the forums, he was really pissed off with the alliance thing. So as you can see here, he was going about like, well, we shouldn't be exchanging players or members, but we already decided and we voted on having our wins map based. So I actually have no idea what he is talking about. And even I was trying to convince him, I was trying to tell him that it was okay for a thing. Now, what am I saying? Basically he was getting pissed off because he was losing players, he was power hungry. So I just told him, you could have my alliance because I can sense that he wants his power. So I was like, because basically I talked to him and he said, I want my members back. So I just told him, most of your members are in Gold Lust. I'll give you Gold Lust. I'll swap places with you. I can take charge of Gold Fist. I don't mind. I'll take charge of everyone who's in the middle of nowhere. And then he got pissed again for absolutely no reason and told me he doesn't want me to interfere with his business. And he wants his alliance back, even though that was what I was proposing. I was giving him his alliance back, but he said I was interfering with him and I was screwing him up. So I don't know where his logic comes in. So really, this guy is completely illogical. I have no idea what he's doing. It's completely insane. Well, it's not insane, but it's just not logical. And you can't see things for bigger picture. So it's just a shame because now, even though we have 4 wins, we don't have that many players anymore. And we kind of don't have enough because you can see as Southwest, obviously they only have 12 players because most of the members aren't crazy like their leader. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't have quite enough people anymore because these 12 should be in our other alliances. And our size is just isn't quite as big as it should have been. And not quite as big as it needed to be. So yeah, I'm really pissed off with Cybernoid. He's caused a lot of trouble. But yeah, at least things are kind of going back to normal, if I can say that. Things are still progressing. So yeah, I hope it doesn't cause too much of a problem. So yeah, I'll show you kind of what the meta is about. So please like this video, please subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time in maybe a few days. I'll see you there.